Ladies and gentlemen, I want to read you a New York Post article explaining why most Americans, 70+% of Americans, do not trust media. Ex-Twitter executive admits mistake in suppressing posts Hunter Biden scoop. This is during testimony to congressional Republicans in the House Oversight Committee. A former top Twitter executive acknowledged to lawmakers Wednesday that the social media giant, quote, made a mistake in suppressing the post's October stories on Hunter's laptop. The individual, who received $12.5 million severance package when she was let go as policy director in October by new Twitter CEO Elon Musk, testified before the House Oversight Committee that the Post's reporting was suppressed in large part because of photos from Hunter's laptop that looked like they may have been obtained through hacking. This is, of course, a lie. This is a lie under oath, by the way. So there's perjury there. This had nothing to do with photos. See, you cannot, and Rolling Stone has an article. It is... The headline is so deceptive. Oh, Republicans want you to believe that, Republicans are angry that Twitter suppressed or silenced photos of Hunter. It has nothing to do with photos. You're deliberately obfuscating if you're trying to defend the suppression of the truth, because the truth is a political liability to Democrats, okay? When you hear the truth about the DNC primary in 2016 or Hunter's laptop, you then vote for Trump. This is a political liability. So guidelines, bureaucracy, pressure from government officials, Democratic officials, a public relations machine, 50 Intel, 51 Intel, former Intel chiefs write a letter saying that another country wants you to know about Hunter's laptop. That is an un-American thing to do, but it's done all the time. Well, it was done all the time until recently. Republicans now have taken over. Congress, House Oversight, House Judiciary, Biden will be impeached, or he'll resign before impeachment. Either way, we're going to find out that those business deals influenced foreign policy. That's obvious. The emails directly point to not just corruption, but felonies. Okay, there's hundreds of millions of dollars in deals, and then there's emails saying, hey, how can you use your influence on the company's behalf? These are felonies. Nothing Trump has ever done is linked to a felony. But they're desperately trying to... Trump doesn't have a laptop. He doesn't have hundreds of millions of dollars that they're investigating. He never did. He doesn't have incriminating emails. He doesn't have evidence of anything they've accused him of. What they've done with Trump is they've accused him, then tried to find some evidence to back up their accusation with the Mueller probe and every other investigation. And they might actually indict him just to even the score. Because Democrats work in this Clintonian world. Well, Trump, classified data. What, Hillary's server? Well, what's that? Siphoning top secret intel onto servers. They always get away with the most absurd state of affairs, but, no reasonable prosecutor would indict. Clinton didn't really mean to have servers for 4 years, secret, hidden from President Obama. Which, of course, she did, but I think she'll be I think she'll be the 24 nominee. I think she'll be the 2024 nominee. But the Twitter officials got, in one case, $12.5 million for suppressing the truth. And, untold millions for working with Democratic officials. We know Democratic officials worked with Twitter. The Twitter files showed this. They hid the laptop not because of photos, because of emails that point to felonies, specific emails. And then they obfuscate and they deceive even further by trying to slice and dice a tweet from Matt Taibbi. We'll get to that in a second. Hit subscribe every day, 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. on this channel. We'll have videos, on this channel every day, 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. and throughout the day. I will have a live stream later tonight. So be here for the live stream this evening at around 7 p.m. Pacific time. So we'll have a live stream at 7 p.m. Pacific time. To my new Patreons, thank you. My Patreon link is below. If you want to support my work, my Patreon link is below, ladies and gentlemen. And please go ahead and if you want to become a member, please do so. Go to hagoodman.com to read my writing in The Hill, The Huffington Post, Salon, The Jerusalem Post, The Federalist, and other publications. Become part of a newsletter there. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a situation where what they've done is they found a political scandal that would have perhaps swung things from mashed potato brains to Trump. They created a world where hacked information cannot be read or disseminated, even though it's true. So even if it's true, the fact that another country might want you to know, we can't even. Nobody talks about the DNC emails except people with critical thinking and who enjoy the truth. But the DNC emails showed that Bernie Sanders was cheated, and that Debbie Wasserman Schultz and Democrats lied, like they routinely do. And I say this with all due respect. Democrat, Republican, I'm not into tribalism like a lot of people. God bless you. Have a beautiful, amazing 2023. The reality is the corruption is more so on the Democratic Party than anything to do with Trump. You wouldn't know that with the public relations apparatus. There's a reason that Rolling Stone is running articles. That Rolling Stone, Vanity Fair, Esquire, Washington Post, New York Times, Time Magazine, The Atlantic, New Yorker, New York Magazine are all running the same articles about Hunter. Okay? Twitter, former Twitter, trust and safety people, and there's a reason they're all on the same side. There's a reason that they're all running the same article or the same viewpoint, or they have the same exact viewpoint. There's a reason for that. Because the public relations apparatus is an extension of the Democratic Party. It has nothing to do with truth. There was Hunter S. Thompson wrote for Rolling Stone back in the day. Christopher Hitchens wrote for Vanity Fair. Okay, they would never back anything the Democrats or Republicans did. But now you have just complete allegiance and obedience to one viewpoint. And what they do is they say, well, it was a policy. We know it's wrong, but it was a policy. So what? Who cares if it's a policy? Does this make any sense to anybody? We're finding all of this out. People say, well, nothing's ever going to happen. Things are happening now. This is beginning of impeachment. This is the basis for future impeachment, which is imminent. 2024 is around the corner. 2023, this year is preparing the country for. 2024 is going to make 2016 look like, a walk in the park, because 2024 is the from 2016 to today, we have not moved beyond 2016. The entire American political establishment is petrified of any information that's detrimental to the Democratic Party. So they blame another country, and they say, oh, we have a policy on hacked material. They don't even know if the DNC emails were officially hacked. They assume that, they all believe that, but the DNC never gave its computer servers to the FBI. Then the rebuttal is, well, everyone believes this. Well, there's a Vice article, there are numerous articles talking about, well, the servers never get this. Comey himself, the Honorable James Comey, stated DNC never gave their computer servers to the Federal Bureau of Investigation. The government has never looked at those servers. The government has never confirmed without a shadow of a doubt that another country infiltrated the servers. Just like they never confirmed that another country infiltrated Hillary's servers. But they said it's possible. So they've never seen. The assessment is that they've never, and almost certainly they did. You can find out if something was actually hacked or not. So they're lying regarding a whole bunch of things, all of that stuff. But this individual got $12.5 million to suppress the truth from the United States of America because it hurt Democrats, not because it was a policy against hacked material. And this is all defending the indefensible. Of course, if you can defend anything by well, we had to steal your briefcase because it was a policy that any briefcase that we think is containing stolen goods has to be obtained by Twitter, a security guard, and because that was a policy based on certain laws, based on this. You can have policies that make no sense, that are blatantly illegal, and just fall back on bureaucracy. At the end of the day, you've still committed a crime, or you've still done something un-American or unethical. It really doesn't matter. You can fall back. You can create a bureaucratic protocol or guidelines for anything. You can defend the indefensible in a bureaucracy. And routinely, the indefensible is defended, or that routinely happens. And then they say, well, it's about the photos. It's not about the photos. But notice how Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert don't touch Hunter's photos, but they would obsess if it was Donald Trump Jr., Eric Trump, or Kushner. And that's the problem. That's how you know the corruption resides more so in the Democratic Party, from what they don't talk about. Give me your thoughts below, and what they suppress. How many times did they say Trump is an authoritarian. The authoritarians are actually censoring and silencing and suppressing thought on a number of topics. They also talked about the Twitter files pertaining to what. Anyway, give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe. Thank you so very much. I'll be back in a couple of hours, ladies and gentlemen. Be here for the live stream at around 7:30 p.m. Pacific tonight. 7:30 p.m. Pacific tonight, we'll have a live stream. Thank you.